406.
With the power of Tandem HR, you are in the fast lane on Main Street with Get Down to Business with Shalom Klein, the show for business and jobs. Now, the champion of networking, the advocate of jobs, the guru of business, your host, Shalom Klein.
Business opportunities are like buses. There's always another one coming. That's what Richard Branson once said. We are all about small business, jobs, and entrepreneurship. And business, we talk a lot about business here. You are on with Get Down to Business, and I'm your host, Shalom Klein. Remember, you can always download podcasts from Get Down to Business on my website at shalomklein.com. And while you're there, don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Shalom Klein. This week, we've got a jam-packed week of content and information you won't want to miss. We're going to be joined by guests Moe Vela, Kevin Einbinder of Tandem HR, Abby Weisberg of Keshet Chicago, and former Congressman Joe Walsh. And I'll be sharing tips on incorporating your business at the end of the program. It's a live show. You can call us at 312-642-5600, 312-642-5600. We're going to kick off the program with a fantastic guest. We've got Moe Vela of the Vela Group joining us on the program. Moe, welcome to Get Down to Business.
Oh, thank you so much, Shalom. It's so good to be with you.
Fantastic. I've really been looking forward to chatting with you. You've got a simply impressive would be an understatement, an amazing resume. You've rubbed shoulders with many a president, vice president, and many elected officials around the country, and just excited to learn a thing or two from you. So one of the things that I talk a lot about on the program is learning something from everybody that we meet. And many of us, you and I, Mo, we meet a lot of people. You've rubbed shoulders with, you've been former deputy chief of staff to Vice Presidents Gore and Biden. What do you learn from them?
Oh, my goodness. I would take up your whole show, frankly. But you know what, in a nutshell, first of all, you learn, first of all, to value the privileges that are gifts from the universe on our journey. And so that was the first thing I learned was what an incredible privilege it was to get to serve my country and to be the first Hispanic American to serve in the White House in a senior role twice with Vice President Gore and Vice President Biden. From a professional kind of career perspective, I would say that what I learned from them was to hold yourself and the people around you to the highest standard in integrity, in ethics, in performance. And it has turned out to serve me quite well in my career.
Mo, you and I had coffee a few weeks ago in D.C., and a great conversation. And what we really talked about was how businesses need to seek out opportunities, that businesses have opportunities to get government contracts. And the Vela Group, which you founded, helps businesses with that. Do you think that a small business, a micro business, a mom-and-pop operation in Chicago, Illinois, has a shot at landing a federal contract if they tried?
Absolutely, absolutely. But I think for far too long what has kept our small businesses across the country, including the Windy City, from engaging in the pursuit of federal government contracts is that it's a behemoth, it's a monstrosity, it's a bureaucracy the size of the largest probably in the country, and it's scary and it's intimidating. And I'm very fortunate to have the Vela Group, and we work with small and medium-sized businesses, as you pointed out, from across the country in every sector you can imagine, to kind of overcome that intimidation of trying to do business with the government. But there are so many ways, Shalom, to do it, from teaming to prime contracting to subcontracting until you have past performance. And you and I think over coffee, I think the common theme of everything we discussed while we were together was the fact that you and I understood the value of relationships.
That's what it's all about. It is all about building relationships, and going to the Vela Group website, you see some of the relationships that you formed. It's very appropriate that the cover photo on your website is a picture of the White House. because yeah, I know that's a place where you've spent a lot of time. So, Mo, do you for the small businesses, for the small business owners that are listening to Get Down to Business this week, what do you think? Should they start from scratch and try to build those relationships on their own, or can they work with a group like the Vela Group that will perhaps open doors and help them get their foot in, whether it's with local government, state government, or even the big house, the White House, and Congress?
Honestly, I don't want to use this time together. It's all about helping your listeners and the business owners who are seeking your guidance and your brilliance. So I don't want to turn it into a marketing pitch for my company. But what I have found, right, is that companies like mine can be a tremendous value add, in particular for the small mom and pops and the medium-sized businesses who have never done business with the federal government or who have never even tried because of the complexities involved. Some pretty, stringent regulatory components and obstacles, if you will, or what appear to be obstacles. I do recommend that our small businesses seek guidance and insight from those of us who have spent many years learning how to maneuver in and around those complexities and challenges. So whether it be my company or yours, Shalom, or anybody else's for that matter, but the key is to find somebody who understands the system, who understands the laws and the regulations regarding government contracting, and above all, frankly, who have effective relationships across the government that will then assist these small businesses to have an opportunity to share their capabilities and get on their radar screen, because that's the key.
Excellent advice. We're talking with Moe Vela of the Vela Group in Washington, D.C. Mo, former Deputy Chief of Staff to Vice Presidents Biden and Gore. And Mo, one theme that I'm hearing you say that you certainly practice what you preach is get involved. And you got involved and you had a number of opportunities handed to you or that you've really worked for. But for those of our listeners that are trying to find their opportunity, their way to give back, their way to get involved, what advice do you have for them?
Well, this is my favorite topic, as you discovered when we had coffee, because I want to make it very clear. The advice I would give anybody on this earth is to distinguish between networking, which everyone preaches and claims to be the solution to everything, where I say that is not the answer. The answer is building effective and connective relationships. Is a difference between handing out business cards at an event. So, yes, you go to these events. That's my advice. But I'm talking about quality over quantity. I'm talking about making sure you connect with people strategically in a sincere and gracious manner, where that person's not going to just receive your business card, but they're going to remember you because you were gracious, because you connected with them, because you might have asked about their family, you might have asked about their career, but you sincerely cared about them, and they will remember you. That has been the most effective tool that I have found to be, a contributing factor in my career to my fulfillment. And my satisfaction professionally, and it works for my clients, and that's what I do at the Vela Group. I help my clients develop those kind of effective, connective relationships that are more than just an exchange of business cards. They're actually the foundation upon which to build and nurture and enhance a relationship that will result in a growth of your business.
Well, Mo, aside for being the connector and the relationship builder for many businesses like our listeners, small business owners, you're also a man of stories. You've got many, many stories from your time in the White House, your time on the campaign trail, and you've got a lot of funny stories, and I can't wait for our next opportunity to have you on the show and for our next cup of coffee. We're slowly running out of time, Mo, so how can people learn more about the Vela Group and learn more about the services that you provide and perhaps get in touch if they want to hear some of those stories that I just mentioned?
Well, you're very kind to give me that opportunity to share that information. I welcome an email or a phone call from anybody. My email is very simple. It's Moe, M-O-E, at the Vela Group, TheVelaGroup.com. And you can go to my website at www.thevelagroup.com. We would welcome hearing from any of your listeners, Shalom, and I can't thank you enough, and I wish you a festive Purim this week, and hope to see you again soon on your next visit to our nation's capital.
Mo, I can't wait for it. Thank you. We'll definitely be in touch, and we'll have you back on the program to continue our conversation about small business, jobs, and entrepreneurship. Thanks, Mo, and have a great evening. Get Down to Business is powered by Tandem HR, your solution center. You can find them at tandemhr.com or call 630-928-0510. That phone number, once again, is 630-928-0510. You can also email them, simplify@tandemhr.com. And after the break, we're going to be talking with Kevin Einbinder of Tandem HR about maintaining a work-life balance. That's right. You're listening to Get Down to Business.